Hello everybody and welcome back to Impro at Cooking with Dopefish. This is our 5th episode and today we will be making baked potatoes. Making baked potatoes is incredibly simple, but it's also incredibly delicious. I will also be showing off 3 different types of filling you can have in these babies, so let's get this show on the road. So take your tater like that, take a regular fork and then just poke some holes in it, and this is to let the steam out of the peel, because otherwise your baked potatoes can explode in the oven, and that's never nice. So just do this for all 3 of them. Next up we're just gonna take some regular, extra virgin of course, olive oil. Just going to pour a little bit of this in my hand. Of course I washed my hands before this, and just smear it around, and then it's going to caress these potatoes. Make sure you put them with the holes upwards. And now, utilizing the trusty Cooking with Dopefish shaker cam, we're going to put these in the oven. Oh god, they're really heavy to carry with one hand. There you go. And they're on 200 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit for you Americans, but I'll put it on the video. And we're gonna leave these in here for about 45 minutes to begin with. Alright, so our potatoes are in the oven and it's time to start working on our fillings. Of course, you generally are just going to make one of these when you serve these potatoes, but as I am showing you 3 different ones, I will be making 3 different ones. That makes so many senses. Alright, this first one is a shrimp and red onion sort of thing. It's a pretty traditional one. It's very common in restaurants and all that. So, let me show you how to do it. Alright, so for the shrimp filling, topping, whatever, you're going to need some caviar. This is obviously not real caviar, but yeah. This is red fish roe, which is pretty good. Going to need about half a red onion. Going to need some shrimpity bimpity, which we're going to peel and devein. Going to need some creme fraiche. Ignore that word because that's word is stupid. Shouldn't use fucking light shit anyway. Grill krydderi, as it's called in Norwegian and Danish maybe. Yeah, this is oh, here we go. Grillaus mautzetsula. Yeah, this is a barbecue flavoring with some garlic, paprika, and onion powder and salt and that kind of stuff. You can use whatever barbecue flavoring you like, or just use salt. I'm going to use some mayonnaise, and in Sweden, mayonnaise comes in tubes. Who'd have thought? And yeah, that's it. I'm going to need a bowl to mix that shit in, but beyond that, nothing. It's easy. Alright, let's get started then. Alright then, we peeled the shrimp and chopped the onion. So, I'm going to add some creme fraiche. Creme fraiche. Creme fraiche. Creme fraiche. Going to add in our can of fish oil. Obviously you don't want to use this dirty if you're gonna save any of this, but I will not. So let's shoop it all in there. Shoop the whoopsie. Going to add some of this mayonnaise. Not too much though, you just want a bit. This is supposed to be creme fraiche based, not mayonnaise based. Just mix it around, and then our red onions, somewhat finely chopped. I was a bit lazy with this though. You probably want to chop them a bit finer. Alright, we have a nice little goo there, so we're going to add our delicious shrimp. God, don't use the frozen, like the pre-peeled kind. If you have access to these ones that you buy frozen with the peel on, use them. They just taste so much better. They're absolutely gorgeous. Alright, and there's pretty much it. Just going to add a bit of this flavoring, this spice. The Grillaus Maus de Sauerau, the Finnish flavor typing thing. And there you go. That's number 1. Let's move on. Alright, and for the second filling we will be creating a vegan style filling for all those hipster friends you don't really like, but you invited them for dinner anyway for some reason. Yeah, I've gotten a few requests for some vegan shit, so here you guys go. This is actually surprisingly delicious, even for us carnivores. So, here's how you do it. Alright. Going to add our celery to a bowl. I'm going to add our rinsed chickpeas, and we're going to top that with some squeezed lemon juice, some apple cider vinegar, just a bit though, it's kind of sour, so be sparse, and of course drizzle over some extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to go back to our trusty grill critter-rooseroo. Yes, this is indeed vegan. If you want to crush this up a bit, that's fine. It's a bit more. There we go. Alright, so we finished our second filling. It is incredibly easy to do, but surprisingly tasty. Anyway, let's move on. I think it's time to take a look at our potatoes. They've been in the oven for quite a bit now, so let's go do that. Alright, so our baked potato has been in for an hour. Jesus fucks and cries, an hour and 15 minutes. Everything is falling apart today. We can have our sticky bicky. See how it goes. As soon as it pierces the skin, it goes through pretty easily. You can do it on the side as well. That means it's done. So we're gonna leave these here to cool down while we prepare our last filling. Now, in order to offset that vegan shit we just did, of course we're going to have to get some meat up in this bitch. Now, this is extremely unhealthy, but extremely tasty. So, here goes. Alright, so we have some meat here for our last topping. This is beef. I'm not sure what the actual name of the meat is, but it's a nice tender piece. It's good quality shit, man. I'm just going to remove excess liquid that it's been lying in with some paper towels. You want to have your steaks dry or as close to dry as possible when you fry them, so you can get a really nice sear on that shit. I'm going to add some chili flakes because I like the flavor. So I'm going to drizzle a little bit of oil on these. I'd recommend not using olive oil because it has pretty strong flavor. Use some kind of neutral oil. This in fact is corn oil, but you're free to use whatever. I'm not sure if you can see it so well on the camera. But we have wisps of smoke rising from the pan now, so it's time to insert our meat. You hear that sizzle? That's what you're after. So I'm just gonna fry these steaks for about 30 seconds on each side to give it that beautiful sear, but I'm going to leave the center rare. And I'm gonna go ahead and fry up some bacon, because why not? I fucking love bacon and you should too. I'm doing something really crazy here and adding some butter to my bacon. Oh yeah! We're doing that. We're gonna go ahead and make ourselves a nice bacon grease gravy. So I'm just gonna put some flour here in this melted butter and bacon grease mix and stir it around and cook it until it's done. Oh man, just look at that. That looks good! Yeah, so just go ahead and chop your shit up and we're going to assemble these potatoes. Now, these potatoes have been resting for 30 minutes, maybe. We're going to Slice them up like that, like a cross. Don't worry about these going cold, they're gonna remain hot for a long time. To push like that. See, we get a nice pudding there. So we're just going to go ahead and put these fillings in here. This is the shrimp one. I'm going to top it with some nice iceberg lettuce and of course some more grilled crittery. Just go ahead and repeat the procedure for the next potato. Just slice it open in the cross, squeeze it, and then add your topping. And for the third one I'm going to add some of this beautifully unhealthy bacon grease at the bottom. Ew, it's going to be delicious. So that's about it. That's how you make a baked potato, and I gave you 3 suggestions for toppings. Some people like to add butter in their potatoes, that's also fine. My fillings were so rich I didn't really need to add any butter though. I did go ahead and add some nice creme fraiche on this here meat lovers / heart attack one with the bacon and the meat. I think the iceberg salad gives it a nice contrast as well, but you could skip it if you don't like it. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. It's been a bit different than the other ones, I think. Anyway, just put your comments below, tell me what you think about this video. Go ahead and tell me what you liked and what you disliked about this type of format. Anyway, I hope you guys tried the recipe out. If you have any recipes to send in to me, just go ahead and do it as a YouTube PM and I might make a video out of them. I always enjoy getting new recipes, so thanks to everyone who sent stuff in. And yeah, next video will be a request video, so how about that? Anyway, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.